Okay, please be ready with your story and the booklet, okay, in front of you, if you have it at home. Open page 8. Do you remember the story, Sinbad and the sailor?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, we have Sinbad and we have Shaheen and we have other sailors. They were on the island. I just want to remind you. Page 8. Okay, while the sailors were busy cooking the fish, Shaheen used his magic to turn the island into an enormous whale. When the fire became very strong and hot, the whale became angry and started shaking. The sailors were terrified when they felt the island trembling. Suddenly, it grew a head and a tail. Someone of the sailors jumped into the water and reached the ship before the whale dived. Feeling the fire burning into its skin. The rest of the crew fell into the water and swam towards the ship, but some were hit by the whale's huge tail and drowned. يبقى here, Shaheen used his magic to turn the island into an enormous whale. كلمة enormous means huge or very big. The sailors were afraid. Some of the sailors jumped into the water and some of them drowned. Drowned and they died. They died, okay? يبقى now Shaheen, can you is a bad sailor. He hates Sinbad. Okay, he wants him to die. Page 10. Sinbad fell into the water, but he was able to hang onto a tree trunk. Shaheen, watching from the ship, was angry to see him still alive. Sinbad was a good swimmer, but he was exhausted. Exhausted means he was very tired from trying to keep his head above the water as he moved through the huge waves that had been caused by the whale. يبقى now Sinbad is still alive. He tried to keep his head above the water. He hung on a tree trunk, but Shaheen was angry to see Sinbad still alive. He wanted Sinbad to die. Page, the following page 12. He got closer to the ship and saw Shaheen holding out his hand for Sinbad to catch. Sinbad was glad to see Shaheen. He held his hand out to him, but suddenly Shaheen pushed Sinbad's head under the water and kicked the tree trunk away. Sinbad was extremely tired and he couldn't fight back. He was swept away by the waves when he came round from unconsciousness. He found himself on a real island. يبقى now Sinbad was very happy to see Shaheen on the ship. He thought that Shaheen could help him. He would help him. But Shaheen was a bad sailor and he was envious. He was jealous of Sinbad, as we said before. He pushed the trunk away and kicked Sindbad's head under the water. Okay? But Sindbad was a good swimmer. He tried to reach the island. The waves swept Sindbad away to the island. He lost his conscience, but after a while كده, he became awake again. Okay, he became unconsciousness. He became awake again. He became aware again. He found himself on a real island. يبقى Sinbad now on a real island, alone on a real island. What will happen to Sinbad later? Let's see in the next page. Page 13. Of course, Sinbad was scared, tired, and hungry. Okay? He has a long journey. He did a long journey. So he was scared, tired, and hungry. I have to make a raft. A raft means a small boat, and wait for a calm sea. Then I can sail home, thought Sinbad. He was a clever sailor and knew how to read the stars. He would be able to go home soon. Sinbad was making some tools to cut the trees down with. When he heard a horse trotting means to walk quickly. The word trotting means to walk quickly. Towards
احنا
him,
هنشتغل في مثل الستوري.
yes. Sinbad climbed a tree and waited to see who was coming. Sinbad saw a man on a horse coming his way. Again, what happened to Sinbad and the crew and the island? Shahin used his magic to change the island into a huge or enormous whale. The whale was angry. He has a huge tail and a huge head. Some of the sailors drowned. They died. Sinbad tried to swim. Okay, Sinbad is a good swimmer. He tried to swim to reach the ship. He tried to swim to reach the ship. He has a tree trunk. Okay, he used it to still alive. He saw Shahin on the ship. He was happy to see him, okay, because he thought that Shahin could help him. But as we know, Shahin is a bad sailor. He hates Sindbad, okay, and he wanted the Sindbad to die. He kicked his head under the water and pushed the trunk away. The waves pushed Sindbad to an island. Okay, Sindbad lost his conscience, but after time كده, he became unconscious again. Okay, he became unconsciousness again. He became aware again. He became awake again. Okay, he found himself on a real island. He was hungry. He was scared, he was tired, but he thought to make a raft. He thought to make a raft. He tried to make a raft. He cut down some trees to make a raft. He makes some simple tools to help him to make the raft, and he know how to go back home by the stars. He know that the stars could help him to know the way to his home. Okay, Junior 3?
Okay.
I want someone to read here. I have page 8. Page 8. Open page 8 again, please. I want Asil. 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 Turn on the mic.
نعم.
Asil.
Oh,
Asil, can you hear me? I want you to read, Asil. If you can you hear me, say yes. Say yes. Okay, رؤى أشرف. سجود.
yes.
سجود, can you read?
Okay.
Okay, read page 8 يا سجود.
Okay. While the sailor were
لا مش كنت بتلعبوا بقى امبارح؟ هتكتبيها. هاتي فرصة. هاتي ديسك. هاتي الترابيزة دي.
while the sailor were
كمان الأكل على الأرض يشق حرام عليك.
Raise your voice يا سجود, please. We're cooking.
while the sailor
We're
We're-
busy.
نعم
We're busy cooking.
were busy cooking the fish. Shaheen used his magic to
To turn
turn the island into an
enormous
enormous wall.
whale.
When the fire became very strong
Strong
and hot, the whale became
angry
and started
shaking.
shaking the
Thank you,
sailor.
Sujud. Thank you. Sujud, do you know the meaning of the word shaking? Do you know the meaning of the word shaking?
No.
To move. Okay, shaking, it means moving. Thank you.
Okay.
I want someone to continue. Saga? Saga, can you continue, Saga, please?
دي تقدر ترفعي ايدك ولا لأ؟
Yes.
Okay, يلا ساجا. ها. The sailors
were
were terrified. Terrified means afraid. Okay?
okay. When they felt the island trembling, suddenly it grew a head and tail. Some of the sailors jumped into the water and reached the ship. before the whale dived feeling the fire burning into its
skin.
in the
Thank you, Saja. Excellent. Dida, you raise your hand. You have a question? Dida, I have here Dida raise her hand. Do you have a question? Sagda Ahmed.
I want to read.
Who wants to read?
Farida Mustafa.
Okay, Farida, can you continue? The rest of the crew.
Okay. What is the first one?
The rest of the crew.
The rest of the crew fell into the water and swam towards the ship, but some were hit by the whale's huge tail and drowned.
Do you know the meaning of the word drown?
Die by the water.
Excellent, great, Farida, great. Okay, page 10. Read the first paragraph, please. Farida, can you continue, please? Page 10. Read the first paragraph.
Sinbad fell into the water, but he was able to hang onto a tree.
Trunk.
Shahin watching from the ship was angry to see him still alive.
Thank you, excellent, great. Thank you, excellent. Stop, please. Habiba?
yes.
Okay, Habiba, continue, please. Sinbad was?
Okay. Sinbad was
A good?
extremely
Sinbad was a
tired.
good, wait. Page 10. The next paragraph, the second paragraph.
Okay. Sinbad was a good swimmer, but he was
Exhausted.
exhausted from trying to keep his head above water as he moved through the huge waves that had been caused
by
the wave.
Okay, do you know the opposite of the word huge? The opposite of the word huge? Hey,
Very small.
Excellent, great. Huge means very big and opposite very small or tiny. Thank you. Page, the following page 11. Riham Muhammad. Riham. جنى محمد عبد المنعم. جنى محمد عبد المنعم. Here I have some phone names. أنا معايا phone names مش معايا النيم بتاع الستودنت. الناس اللي داخلة بالفون فأنا معايا phone names. فأنا هقول اسم الفون. If you know it please answer. Okay؟ عشان كله يشترك معايا.
ميس أنا دخلت.
What's your name؟
طاهر.
طاهر المفروض تروح الجروب بتاع البويز يا طاهر. It's okay يعني. في جروب البويز وجروب الجيرلز. في جالاكسي 31. جالاكسي M31.
بس أنا معرفش.
اوكي يا طاهر. اوكي listen. جالاكسي M31. اوكي يا طاهر. اوكي جالاكسي M31 you raise your hand. Can you read? Introduce yourself
نعم.
please.
Okay.
What's your name?
طاهر.
What's your name?
طاهر.
Here I have Galaxy M31. Wait يا طاهر please. Galaxy M31. Can you read? Galaxy Tab. سجدة. سجدة أحمد.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
سجدة. Can you read it سجدة? The
Okay.
first paragraph.
Okay. لا لحظة where.
Okay, I'm waiting.
Miss where.
Page 11. Page 11. He got closer to the ship.
Okay. To read and he content fact he was sept hours be the waves when he comes around
Page 11. Page 11. Page 11. Can you see the screen? Can you see the screen? He got closer to the ship and saw Sam holding out his hand for Sinbad to catch.
so Sinbad was
glad
to see Shaheen. Okay, Shaheen, he held his hand out to you, but
suddenly
Shaheen passed Sinbad's
Head.
Head under the water and kept the tree trying
Away.
away.
Thank you.
Sinbad
Farida.
was
Thank you. Tahir. Tahir. Tahir, are you here? Okay, جنى محمد عبد المنعم. ريهام محمد.
Yes, miss. Yes, miss.
What's your name, Riham or Jana?
Omar Muhammad Meher.
Okay, Omar. Can you continue, please?
Sinbad was
Extremely means very. Sinbad was extremely tired.
And he
Couldn't.
fish.
And he couldn't fight back.
Back. He was in swim
He was swept away
by the waves.
waves.
When
Excellent.
he came
from unconsciousness. Unconsciousness means to be aware again, to be wake up. Okay, means to be awake, to wake up again. Okay.
He found himself on an island.
The Care Island, not Iceland, island. Okay, Farida, Mustafa.
Yes, miss.
Okay, can you read this paragraph, the first paragraph on page 15?
Yes. Sinbad.
Yes.
I will help you go home, but first you have to teach us how to sail.
Wait, page 13, take care. Page 13. Sinbad was scared, tired, and hungry.
Sinbad was scared, tired, and hungry. I have to make a raft and wait for the calm sea. Then I can sail home, thought Sinbad. He was a clever sailor and knew how to read the stars. He would be able to go home soon. Sinbad was making some tools to cut the trees down, which when he
Thank you,
heard...
excellent. Thank you, Farida. Okay, here I have Abdullah Saini.
yes, miss. Yes, miss.
Okay, Abdullah, can you continue, please?
Sinbad was making some tools to cut the trees down with when he heard a horse trotting
Excellent.
towards him. Sinbad climbed a tree and waited to see who was coming. Sinbad saw a man on a horse coming his way.
Excellent, Abdullah. Thank you. Okay.
Yes, I go.
What's your name?
Kenzie.
Okay, wait a Kenzie. Now open your booklet. You have the booklet in front of you. Open page. Open page 22. Open page 22, please.
Page
22. Page 22. Review on pages 8, 10, 11, and 13. Page 22, please. Are you ready? Kenzie? Kenzie? I want someone to answer number 1. Kenzie, where are you?
I want to answer.
What's your name? Kenzie?
Farida Mustafa.
Farida, you read twice, okay? Please بقى ايه
Okay.
give a chance for another students. هيا كنزي.
Page كام؟
22 I said. Hurry up.
Yes.
Okay. What happened to the island when Shaheen used his magic? What happened? When Shaheen used can you explain? هيا كنزي. Shaheen used his magic to do what? To
Island.
yes, excellent. يبقى Shaheen used his magic to A, to change the island into, to change, do you remember? To change the island into an enormous what? Into a Kenzie.
Yes.
Shaheen used his magic to change the island into a big what? Do you remember?
Fish.
Not fish. A big what? It's a kind of fish, a big whale. Okay, Kenzie. Question number 2, Habiba. Habiba?
Yes.
Okay, Habiba. Why was Sinbad exhausted? The word exhausted means tired. Why he was exhausted? Why? Do you remember? Because he was trying to aim. Because he was trying. Back to the text كده, back to the text. Trying to keep his head. Because he was trying to keep his head.
His head.
No. Excellent, above the water. Okay, here I have Adil Muhammad. Adil Muhammad.
Yes, miss.
What's your name?
Rital Muhammad.
Okay, Rital. How are you?
I'm fine.
Can you answer this question? Think بقى كده with me, okay? You have to think. What would happen if Sinbad wasn't a good swimmer? What would happen? Can you think?
Yes.
If Sinbad wasn't a good swimmer, he would aim. He would retail. What would happen to him? If Sinbad wasn't a good swimmer, he would
He
he would he would be alive. He would still alive if he wasn't a good swimmer, or
no.
he would die.
He was die.
He would die or drown like the other
Yes.
sailors. Okay, he would drown. كان هيغرق يعني. Okay, فريدة. فريدة. فريدة.
Yes, Miss.
Okay, Farida. Sinbad got closer to the ship and saw Shaheen holding out his hand for Sinbad to catch. Sinbad was glad to see Shaheen. Why was Sinbad glad to see Shaheen? Why?
He thought that he was helping him.
Yes, excellent. He thought that Shaheen could help him. Excellent, Farida. Because he thought that Shaheen could help him, or would help him, would help him. Okay. عمر محمد.
Yes, Miss.
Okay, Amar, what is the opposite of the word glad? You know the meaning of the word glad?
Say happy.
Yes, excellent. The opposite of it is sad. Well, thank you, Amar. The opposite of the word glad is sad. Okay, write two adjectives to describe Shaheen. Who can describe him? I want someone excellent بقى.
Miss, I want to answer.
What's your name?
Omar Mohammed.
Okay, Omar, can you describe him? Can you describe Shaheen? Give me just one adjective. Okay, give me one adjective. And give a chance to another student to complete the answer. Can you describe him? Just one adjective.
He was clamber.
Gambler. يبقى he was a gambler. Thank you, Omar. He was a gambler and what? Okay, Abdullah.
Yes, Miss.
Okay, Abdullah, can you describe Shaheen? He was a gambler and what?
And a bad sailor.
And a bad sailor. Excellent. Farida,
Yes, miss.
can you give me more adjectives about Shaheen?
A wizard.
A wizard, excellent. Thank you. He was jealous of Sinbad. Thank you, Farid. Complete the following sentences. جالاكسي M31. انا نفسي اعرف النيمز بتاعتهم بس عشان يشتركوا معايا. جالاكسي M31. يعني اللي معاه تليفون جالاكسي او تابلت جالاكسي. ساجدة. ساجدة
Yes.
احمد. اوكي يا ساجدة.
Yes.
Okay, Shaheen was A to see Sinbad still alive. He was A to see Sinbad still alive. From the story. Check your answer from the text.
Um, 22.
He was happy to see Sinbad still alive. He was happy. Or he was what? And he was and he was what? To see Sinbad still alive. Okay.
Miss,
Shaheen
can
was. I'm talking to Sagda now. Can you know the answer? If you don't
Yes.
know it, it's okay. You know the answer? Shaheen was 8 to see Sinbad still alive. طب سجود؟
Miss, I wanted to angry.
Yes, angry. Angry. Excellent. جانا محمد عبد المنعم. جانا محمد عبد المنعم. Okay, raise. Here I have someone raise his hand. Do you have a question? Saga. Saga? Are you here with us?
I wanted to answer.
What's your name?
Shada.
What's your name?
Shada.
Okay. Some of the sailors were hit by the whale's huge A. Some of the sailors were hit by the whale's huge tail. Excellent. Tail. Okay, Junior 3. We have finished our session for today. Tomorrow, inshallah, we have a story. We will finish the story tomorrow. We have just 2 pages. We will finish them tomorrow. Okay, be ready. Be ready with your story and with the booklet. The story and the booklet. Okay?
Miss.
Who says me?
Okay.
Any question before I leave?
Miss.
Yes.
هو كده الحصة خلصت؟
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Hello? Hello?